It's a sad time of the year because Texas high school softball is almost over. However, it's the best time of the year because the games that we are about to see, it doesn't get any better, y'all. Got my picks right here. Let's get started. 6A Division 1. Flower Mound versus Midway. I've got Midway. Midway made it to the state game last year and got heartbroken. I think they go for it all this year. Clear Springs versus East Central. I don't think there is a team playing better in Clear Springs right now. They beat Katy. They beat Atascocita. Give me Clear Springs in this matchup. In 6A Division 2, Geyer versus Forney. I've thought long and hard about this one. I'm going to go with Geyer. They have experience in the state semifinals. I got the Wildcats winning. Kingwood versus Dripping Spring. Kingwood made the state semifinals last year, back again this year. I think they make the finals this year. Give me Kingwood beating Dripping Springs. In 5A Division 1, Aledo versus Melissa. Single game series right here, y'all. Makes me a little nervous for the Cardinals, but in the end, I think the Cardinals get this win and they go back to state for the second year in a row. Barbers Hill versus Smithson Valley. How about this matchup right here? Smithson Valley has had a great season and Barbers Hill is back. However, I've got Barbers Hill in this matchup. In 5A Division 2, Grapevine versus Hallsville. Two good teams playing great at the same time. Grapevine's had a great season this year. However, I've got Hallsville winning this matchup. Lake Creek versus Rouse. Lake Creek, they're back in the state semifinals. Didn't feel right without them there last season, and they're back. Rouse, they've had a great season. However, I've got Lake Creek beating Rouse to get back to the championship game. And 4A Division 1, Andrews versus Sulphur Springs. I like this matchup. Both teams very similar. However, Sulphur Springs, they play great teams to get there. I've got them continuing that momentum and beating Andrews. Liberty versus Cal Allen. Can you dream of a better semifinal matchup? Tough. It's a toss-up. However, I've got Cal Allen advancing to the state championship game. In 4A Division 2, Snyder versus Aubrey. Both teams have had a great season. However, Aubrey is just so talented. I've got them making state. Robinson versus Ingleside. Robinson has been top tier 4A softball this season. It's hard for me to pick against them. Give me the Lady Rockets advancing the state. In 3A Division 1, Iowa Park versus Whitesboro. Both teams deserve to be in this position. However, Iowa Park has proved all season that they are the team that's going to be hard to beat in 3A Division 1. I've got Iowa Park winning this one. Grandview versus Bishop. Grandview, the Zebras are back where they belong in the state semifinals. And how about Bishop? What a season they've had. However, I've got Grandview getting back to state in this matchup. 3A Division 2, Coahoma versus S&S Consolidated. Big matchup. It's a tough matchup. However, I think Coahoma will be too much for S&S Consolidated to handle. Give me the Lady Bulldogs. In 3A Division 2, Lexington versus Jordanton. Give me Lexington in this matchup. Although both teams are very similar, I've got Lexington winning. In 2A Division 1, Clarendon versus Riesel. These teams are very similar as well. However, I've got Clarendon advancing to the state finals. Corey and Camden versus Ganado. Man, this was a hard one pick, but I've got Ganado. I'm going to go with their momentum. I think their momentum gets them to the state championship. In 2A Division 2, Sundown versus Munster. Got a lot of football teams in here, y'all, for all my football fans out there watching this. Ganado made state. Munster made state last year in football. Got some football teams in here. It's good to see these two teams doing well in softball, too. Give me Munster beating Sundown in this semifinal game. Crossroads versus Shiner. Crossroads has had an amazing season this year, but I think it will be tough to take down Shiner. They've been here before. They get it done again. Shiner to state. And in 1A, man, 1A is fun to watch this year, y'all. Hermley versus Jonesboro. Give me Hermley beating Jonesboro. They're going to be hard to stop. Brooklyn versus Leakey. I've got Brooklyn winning this matchup versus Leakey. They advance to play Hermley in the state championship game in 1A. So that is it, y'all. Next time I see y'all, we will be talking more about the games and what happened. So I appreciate y'all for following along here. Be sure to subscribe. Y'all subscribing to my channel helps me grow, helps me cover even more Texas high school sports. We'll see y'all in the next video, and be safe traveling on the road, and we'll be paying attention to your team.